Hey, and welcome back to How to Be Real, a place where we can be real in a world obsessed with fake. I am Tasha B. I am an actor, a filmmaker, a screenwriter, and creator that is ready for these fall festivities. Like, I'm ready.
Yes, I just had a pumpkin chai the other day.
Ooh, was it good?
So fire. So fire. And I'm not usually a pumpkin girly like that, but it was very good. It was very good.
Season, you know?
Tis the season. And I'm Tay. I'm a creative producer, lover of all things wellness, and your favorite local yogi.
Yes, she is. And once we get that out the way, I say, how you doing, Tay?
I'm doing better. I am doing better. Last week was so hardcore on my body. I got like this weird upper respiratory thing, and it was just like, you know, already I'm an allergy girl, I'm an asthma girl, so it's just like
A lot.
Anything that has to do with like chest or like breathing stuff is always just hard on me. And but I feel so much better. I was telling you the other day, I went back to yoga for the first time in a week, or really any physical activity. It's been a full 7 days that I've moved for real, outside of, you know, just kind of like walking in the house, because I've also had to shield myself from the outside, even with the allergy medicine.
Yeah.
So it feels better to feel better,
Yeah.
you know, and get air and move my body, because it was feeling just so weird. And I think this is like day 3 that I haven't had to take a nap in the middle of the day. So I'm working, my energy's coming back. So I feel good to feel good.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. So.
Yeah. What about you, girl? How you feeling? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I know last night was a little bit crazy. My dog got like a bite or a blister or a boil, I don't know. And then just when I was like, oh my gosh, babe, look, da, da, da. And my husband's like, oh yeah, we just got to monitor it. And, you know, we're looking online and all the things. And it's like, yeah, just monitor it. He wasn't lethargic and he wasn't whimpering. And when we touched it, he wasn't like in pain or anything. So we were like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it might have maybe been itchy or irritating at some point, because he popped it in the middle of the night. And we were like, oh my God. So then we're like, you know, dabbing it with paper towels. We tried to like, we didn't have like the proper bandage, you know, the one that kind of like sticks to itself or, you know, adheres to itself, and somehow we didn't have that. So I had just like some fabric that we were trying to like put a gauze pad, or not gauze, but like a little, you know, I guess, yeah, like a gauze square or whatever on it, and then tie that to it. But he was slipping right out of it. And so we just put him in a cone so that he can't lick it, and ordered the stuff. It should be here, like the gauze and all the things we need to wrap it properly should be here. Hopefully fairly soon. It said between 10 a.m. and 3. So
yeah.
I think it's like noon something now. So hopefully it's here in the next few hours so we can tie it up.
He's being a good boy.
Yeah, I've been worried about him. But other than that, I think I've been cool. My anniversary's coming up on Friday. I know.
What's number
4?
4? I was going to say it can't be 3, because I remember 3.
Yeah.
4.
I know.
Damn.
It's like a bachelor's degree.
Oh my gosh. Yes, exactly. Oh, I heard that. Y'all are graduating your bachelors.
Okay. It's been cool. I feel like I've learned a lot about Dale, and I think he's learned a lot about me. And yeah, year 4 is going to be real. Well, is this year 4? Is that how it works? Like, it's been 4 years. So next year will be 5 years. We're working on 5.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Damn. How do you feel?
Good. I feel like I'm more excited for like January. It'll be 10 years of him and I just being together, period.
Locked in.
That, I think we're going to get a matching tattoo and just kind of like, not each other's names, so I feel like that's kind of weird. But like, I think we're going to get yin yang.
I love that.
You know, just something cute.
Yes.
You know,
the yin to my yang.
Yeah.
The yang to my yin.
Something cute. But yeah, I'm excited for that. But yeah, I think like, you know, feels very comfortable.
That's good.
In a good way, like in a really good way.
Yes, because I feel like, you know, especially I feel like that's still so new. Like it's not brand new, but it's also
right. It's not like when people are like, I've been married for 10 years.
Right.
Years. Like that's like, damn, that's a long time. And I think that's why I'm kind of like, yeah, 4 years, that's solid.
That's solid,
like, you know, one of the things, like I remember me and Dale, we were somewhere on vacation and we were talking about like, yeah, marriage and da-da-da. And we had only been married a year. So this older couple we were talking to, they were like, how long have you guys been married? And we were like, a year. And they were like, oh, like, I don't know anything about anything. We were like, yeah, but I think we were together like 6 years. We've been together 6 years. Like, yeah, but 1 year, you made it. Good job. But also, you don't know.
You don't know yet. You don't really know
what it really takes, what it's really about. You're just like, okay, whatever. But yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, congratulations, y'all. The Banks.
I'm excited for that.
The Banks babies.
And then I also am excited for this shout out because Solange launching the free digital archive of Black and Brown literature through St. Heron. Like, with all of the book bans and the history being erased and all the things, it's stuff like that for me is like, I think the government forgets. Like, I think it's a thing where they're trying to like, okay, you take it off the White House website or, you know, you're trying to take the Smithsonian to forget about slavery, but you're not going to make us, the people, forget.
No.
We can make blogs, we can make websites, we can make archives, okay? We can make it free to the people. Like, we're not going to just give it up. And I love that collectively we're all deciding that, like, yeah, no, you guys aren't the bar. Like, I think you're proving day in and day out that you're not the bar for education and history and really anything.
No.
Good personhood. Like, you're not the bar.
You're not. You're absolutely not.
You're not who we're looking to.
So thankful and for people like Solange who are doing that type of work, because we know that there are people out there who are doing all types of things in their own communities, but it's very nice to see people with larger platforms, you know, also put in the work.
Especially because, you know, it just feels like, I'm gonna be honest, I know you've seen that video, or maybe you haven't, that video of Beyonce and Jay-Z sitting at the table with Donald Trump's kids.
Oh, yes, I did.
And I feel like the stuff that they do feels a little more performative than actually doing something, speaking out and showing up in these ways. And I think for me, it's just interesting. I feel like Solange is like the cooler sister. Like, and Beyonce's Beyonce, you know.
Beyonce is Beyonce.
That at all, but Beyonce's Beyonce. You know what I mean? Like, you're like
you're kind of like too, like,
you're in it.
Yeah.
You're in it. Like, you're in it. Like, you're at the table with the president's kids, which is crazy.
You're like too in it to make certain statements.
You're
like,
you can't.
I guess.
I feel like she's not though.
I don't
feel like
know.
You're in it enough that like,
or maybe you feel that way. I don't know.
Maybe she's too close to everybody. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that was. That was crazy. But also not really that crazy. It's like you're gonna put your activism in your music and then in your real life. Who knows?
I don't know. Yeah.
So this is really who you are and really what you're about. I don't know.
I'm sure, like, I think, I can't say which ones or how much money they donate, but I remember, like, when she was doing, what was that song that came out that everybody was like,
I like my baby hair,
yes,
baby hair,
and afro. When that song came out and everybody was like, oh, revolutionary Beyonce, and then the revolutionary people were like, well, what is she doing for the people?
I know,
for real?
what are you doing? You're singing this song.
And hella people came out like, oh, well, she donates to this organization and this place, and she's built schools and or whatever. Like, they were coming out with all these receipts of what she does. So I know that there's some philanthropy work, but I just don't know what it is.
And she's very like, and maybe this is her way of like, I'm not talking about it, I'm being about it, which I get that, but also like, you don't understand the platform that you had. Like you could say something, and it doesn't need to be a song. You really can put out a tweet or a fucking square with some text on your Instagram. Like, you can really make a statement. You could do an interview with Time magazine or whatever, and you know, speak out about what's going on. Like, girl, Barack Obama's doing it now. You know, talking about how old white men don't want to let go. He's talking, and I feel like it's one of them things where it's like, girl,
like, I wonder what would.
You're not bigger than Obama. You could absolutely say something, but whatever.
I wonder what would have happened if she had like said like free Palestine, or like was moving like how Kehlani was moving about, or how she has been moving about like Gaza and things like that, like, or Sudan, or you know what I mean, like, or Congo,
really anything. The U.S., be like, mommy, because all I'm hearing is that you and your husband just bought a house in the U.K. So you're just gonna dip and say nothing. You're not gonna do anything to help this country that has like literally made you. Like, you were born in Houston, Texas. You sold Houston, Texas, but you're not trying to help Texas too? Texas is so...
Oh, Texas.
And you're just like, yeah, I'm just going to leave with all my money. Wow. That's crazy. I mean, I get wanting to leave. A lot of us could would if we could, but like, damn. What about the fucking... I don't like that. So anyway.
Shout out to your sister, though.
Shout out to Solange. Thank you, girl. Hopefully you don't dip on us as well. Hopefully it don't get that bad.
Right.
But speaking of celebs, our three weirdest celeb couples.
Weirdest celebs. Couples
that like, what the heck? I know one of mine, I'm like, wow, I didn't even know this was a thing.
Who?
But do you want me to just go for it?
Yeah.
Okay. Madonna and Tupac.
What do you mean?
1993 to 1995.
Years?
They dated.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. They broke up. Tupac was in prison. He wrote a breakup letter from prison.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Don't you be breaking up with me from prison, bro. Let me break up with you while you in prison.
Maybe it was like a noble letter of like, maybe? Allegedly. I don't know. I don't know what the letter said.
And Tupac.
Madonna and Tupac.
I need a refresher on what
I feel
Madonna
like
look
she's
like.
with a young guy now. Matter of fact, I think, I don't know, unless they broke up, I think Madonna is now dating, remember that weird blonde dude that used to be with Amber Rose? Her last
yeah.
Madonna's dating him now.
Oh, I thought, wasn't that, who was Cher dating? Because Cher was also dating.
Oh, you're right. It is Cher.
That was him?
Not Madonna.
Okay. Still.
Okay.
But still, that also applies. That's a bonus one.
That's weird.
That's also interesting. I had to look up Madonna in the 90s because,
she's always been kind of weird.
Always. Oh, look at her and Antonio Banderas.
She looks so...
She just...
And nowadays, Madonna, girl, why?
Probably because, Tupac, I'm sure he loved him a little wild white girl.
What is this?
Who's like, I'm down with the people. That's a cute picture, though.
Because she has glasses on. She has some big black sunglasses on. That's cute because half her face is blonde. You're a heck of funny.
Oh my god! Because I don't know. Okay, yeah, that is very
That's
weird.
random, right?
That's very weird.
Madonna, I had no idea.
Zero clue.
And then from 1993 to 1995,
like years. I thought it was gonna be like maybe they went on some dates, but no, they did. Ooh, strange. Okay,
who knew?
Get it, Tupac. Get it, dude.
And then Chelsea Handler and 50 Cent.
I have them. That was strange.
It's like, I guess they met. She had her talk show.
Oh, right.
And he was a guest, and that's how they met. And she said that he was really nice. And I've
sure
heard
he
that
was.
He dated Megan Good, and Megan Good said the same thing. I know she said something like, he didn't give me money. She's like, I didn't want him to give me money, but he just was not.
Oh, he's not trying to like trick on me?
Yeah, she was like, he wasn't like that. And she weirdly was like, I appreciated that because it made me want to hustle and da-da-da. Like,
she's that type of girl, though. She's that type of girl. She's like one of them, I'm okay with my man not doing man things.
Like pick me kind of
pick me energy.
It makes sense why she's with who she's with right now.
I'm just going to footy it up a little bit.
Right. And then he also dated Vivica Fox, and she said the same thing.
Oh,
like, he's a really nice guy. Like, he
had baddies.
I'm like, dang,
Chelsea Handler was very, I'm not going to say she's not a baddie or whatever. Anyway.
She just ain't the typical.
Yeah.
Typical type.
I remember when that happened, I thought that was like, oh, that's definitely a PR stunt.
Like,
or whatever.
what is this?
But then it was also like, but who wants the PR for that? Like, what's the payoff?
What are any of them gaining? Because it's not making me watch the Chelsea Handler show. It's not making me put on Get Rich or Die Trying. It's really just kind of like, what? Okay. That's what y'all doing.
Whatever makes you happy.
And then my last one is Janet Jackson and Jermaine Dupri. Like, I know we talked about this yesterday when we were talking about the show. But I'm like, I have to put this one because I was a child. Because this was from 2002 to 2009. I was a child, but I even knew, like, what is going on?
What?
What in the world is she doing with him? Why would she be with him? Why would she do that? Why? Like...
He just seemed like such a step down, like several steps down.
And he was so just...
Looks-wise. I don't know what he'd be providing.
Like money-wise, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But god dang, money goes so far until you're like, hey, he's not attractive. And you're Janet Jackson.
I'm
And Janet Jackson in 2002?
Yeah.
What? Whoa. Why? I don't understand. He must have really had something to say to her, because that was crazy.
That's kind of like Beyonce and Jay-Z. Like Beyonce, like young in her prime.
I think it's like, wait.
But Jay-Z, at least he was like that dude. But I guess for her, Jermaine Dupri was like that dude in Atlanta. I mean, he was that dude like
She's not from
everywhere.
Atlanta.
That's true. I'm like, I guess he was like, Jermaine Dupri was that nigga for a long time, I will
don't know
say.
if he ever was, though.
In the industry.
Like,
not
you
for
hear
me.
him on a song, maybe. Okay, I get that. On a song, if you hear like, yeah, Jermaine Dupri, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if does he write? He writes songs?
I think he's
a producer as well.
He's a producer.
Okay.
He's like, I think he's like a, not as big as Diddy, but like on a similar level or aiming up to be on that level. I don't know.
I quite literally, I think, again, this came up again because he recently was talking about why do you guys always say that, I fumbled Janet Jackson? Why couldn't she have fumbled me? Because she didn't.
Boy.
She didn't fumble you, dude. Are you kidding me?
Go sit down.
Are you serious? First of all, you cheated on her, which is wild that you would cheat on Janet Jackson.
Crazy.
And then in her documentary, she was saying that, like, around that time that he did cheat, he was just always working and he didn't have time for her. So you couldn't make time for Janet Jackson, but you had time to sleep with somebody else?
Do you know that during that
what?
time, guys are out there, like, she's over here performing, she's barely even touching them, and they're just
shivering in their timbers. Like, she is, my God, she's Janet Jackson. As a child, I knew that was, whoa.
Like, that's Janet.
And then they were everywhere.
They were.
Covers of magazines and in the press, just like,
2 thumbs down.
No way. So, yeah, that was my 3.
Oof, okay. So my first one is Amelia Clark, who's Khaleesi from and Seth MacFarlane, who's the Family Guy. Yes.
Okay.
They dated 2012 to 2013. And
oh my God, so that's like Game of Thrones.
Yes.
That's like in her.
She's Khaleesi.
Wow.
She's Daenerys Targaryen. Daenerys Targaryen.
Why?
Mother of Dragons during this moment.
And he's
Peter Griffin.
The heck. He's Stewie.
He's Stewie. Like, what the hell? Like, I don't know. I feel like seeing her outside of Game of Thrones, you realize, like, her personality is funny. It is goofy. You know what I mean? But it just feels so, like, random. So weird.
Very random.
So random. So I learned that.
And he looks weird, too.
He does.
It's kind of like, I don't know. Like, he looks like, I don't know.
He looks like his characters, bro. He looks like Quagmire.
That uncanny valley feeling that you get at something that, like, looks human, but something's just, like, slightly just off. That's how he looks to me. Like, where it's just kind of like, you look a little bit, I don't know. I don't like.
Like the Titans on Attack on Titan.
Yeah. It's just like, it's something uneasy about the whole face you have. That just feels a little bit. I wouldn't want to see that, like, roll over in the middle of the night and just see. It's already creepy when you're in the bed and you're, like, asleep and you roll over and your partner's not asleep. That's already a little bit weird. You're like, ooh, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
But imagine it's that face.
Yeah.
I feel like that would make it even more like,
I remember he was trying to do, like, he released an album, like, of just, like, truly as himself singing, and he sounds just like when Brian Griffin sings. Like, I'm like, you are Brian Griffin.
Was it like Christmas songs?
I don't remember, but it was like a jazzy, because he loves him a production break in all his shows.
Honestly, he does kind of strike me. He's like a
thespian,
like theater kid vibes, and so I'm like,
oh my gosh, yes, he is a theater kid.
Such a theater kid, and there's so much theater in Family Guy. Yeah, like, this is very like. Why don't you get on stage? Go to Broadway. Do something.
That probably was his first route, honestly.
Oh my God, now I want to look into it.
Right. Okay, so my second one that I found out about, had no idea until I started Googling up all this stuff. Nicole Kidman and Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah, girl.
You knew that? Yo, they were, not only were they dating in 2003, early 2000s, but they got engaged.
I didn't know they were engaged.
Yes, they got engaged. They said it was secretly engaged, like it was a quiet engagement, but they never got married, but it was a quiet engagement. And I guess, like, Nicole Kidman was in some interview for Big Little Lies, That's the one that Zoe Kravitz is in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess like they were asking her, oh, so how's your relationship with Zoe? Like asking about all the team members or whatever.
That could be awkward.
Yeah, and she was like, oh, I love Zoe, and I have known her for a long time. I was engaged to her dad, and so we were in the family together for a long time or whatever. And I was like, whoa, Lenny Kravitz, that whole family.
Wait, so this is after Lisa Bonet?
Yes, 2003.
Oh my God.
Or like in that era. Because it was for some years.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean engaged. It usually takes at least 2.
I'm like, Lenny just does whatever. Lisa
Lenny
does
wants
whatever.
to do, yeah.
Zoe does whatever. They just do whatever. I love it for them.
I know. I seen this story that Zoe Kravitz was telling when all the fires were happening in LA. I guess she stayed in Taylor Swift's house.
Oh.
And her mom came to stay, and her mom brought her snake. And
Oh.
the snake ended up getting into the wall of the bathroom, and they had to tear the wall up just to get the snake out.
I feel like maybe you shared this story with me before, or maybe I read it.
Maybe I sent you the thingy online because I saw it on she was talking on some late night show about it, and I'm like, oh my God, that is so crazy,
So crazy.
and so Lisa Bonet.
You're right.
Of course she would have a snake, and of course she would have it out in the bathroom while she's getting. Why is the snake out of its cage? This isn't your house.
Literally. And
She's
why
cray.
are y'all at Taylor
also-
Swift? Y'all are that close with Taylor Swift? That's so random. That's so random.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah,
I don't know.
hella funny.
Last one, I was going to do Chelsea Handler and 50 Cent, but while we were talking, one that came up to me that I also felt was weird and random was The Dream and Christina Milian.
Oh my God. Let's also add Lil Wayne and Lauren London.
Oh,
Both
right.
of those relationships yielded children.
Yes.
Which is even more like, Christina Milian had The Dream.
The Dream? Like, at least, like, okay, The Dream is another, like, Jermaine Dupri situation. Because it was like, The Dream, yes, he had his own personal run. But even before that, he was much more well-known for being a producer and a songwriter.
Yes.
So it was like, okay. But for real, like, what's that about? Like, I don't like that. That was weird. And, like, he, like, broke her heart and some other shit. Like,
Yeah, like a daughter.
yeah. And then, like, I don't know. That was very strange. And then with Lauren London, Lil Wayne, like, got her and some other girl pregnant at the same time.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was, who's that? She's a rapper, I think, also. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my. Okay, I'm going to
Not Trina. Trina don't have no kids.
Not Trina.
I know he dated Trina, too, which is like, Trina, girl.
That felt more right to me.
Really?
It did.
She's like somebody bigger than him. But I get, yeah, you're right. And then like him and Nivea.
Nivea.
Nivea has a baby by Lil Wayne?
Yes.
What?
Yes, and they got pregnant at the same time. They were pregnant during the same time. Yes, Nivea. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So.
Lil Wayne, another one where you're just like, damn. Dating all these people.
Yeah, baddies. You date baddies.
In London?
Okay, so it's just
But
like,
she
all right.
kind of has a type. Like, you
She
went
does
from Lil
have
Wayne
a
to
type.
Nipsey Hussle. Like, you like
know what you like.
youngins from a certain side of town.
We know what you like.
You know?
And they're thin.
Yeah, little petite, little skinny mini dudes.
We see what you're thinking.
With long hair and hats.
Yep. Kind of like, some girls like their type is, I was gonna say ugly, but
A little,
rude.
what was going on around? Like, I like my dudes medium ugly.
yeah, medium ugly.
Medium ugly?
Yeah, a lot of women do like that.
That skinny look is a thing too. Which
It
is
is
like, I
a
like my
thing.
dudes a little skinny. Like, okay.
You know who grew into their skinniness and looks great? Wiz Khalifa.
I feel like he put some muscle on. Like, he's
That's
not
what it
as
is.
like skin and bones. Like, he has a
Yeah.
little bit of muscle too, which is like, okay, you look like you can hold your own.
Yeah.
You look solid, because I feel like that's the look that I'm just like not really. Like, you just
Into.
look like a pole. You look like you're gonna blow away in the wind. Like, you couldn't
Yeah.
even. Like, dang.
I don't want to be thicker than my man.
Like, I weigh more than you.
Yeah, no, I don't want
I'm
that.
20 pounds heavier than you. That's crazy. I don't like that.
No, I don't know. No. Even if you're tall, I just don't want you to be thinner than me. That just feels weird. Like, I don't know. But Wiz Khalifa was also one of those guys. I know we were talking about this off pod, but he definitely fits in that category of like dudes who back when they were younger, like, you're like, not very cute to me.
Yeah.
But now that he's older, you're like,
I think he stopped dressing as like weird.
did he?
Remember that Taylor gang? Honestly, every time I see him now, though, he's like barely clothed.
That's what I'm saying.
Shorts and like no shirt on.
He just wears
no
shorts.
shoes, and he's punching around or in the gym. And it's just like, okay, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. He probably dresses the same.
I'm like, what is your style now? He's like, I have body now, so this is my
don't
outfit.
need clothes now.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at that. I'm always somewhere warm enough to take my shirt off.
Period. I heard that. Get it, bro. But yeah, those were mine.
Okay. Weird celebs. I'm sure there are more.
There's plenty more, I'm sure.
So that'll transition us to our weekly reel, which we are talking about forgiveness. Do you have to forget to forgive? Is forgiveness really the only way forward? You know, and what is forgiveness to us? Everyone has their own things, right? We have different things that we can forgive, things we won't forgive, can't forgive, all these different things. So we just wanted to talk about it today. You know, we talk about forgiveness a lot, especially coming up as Christians, growing up in the church, or even just beside the church. We weren't in the church like that. But I don't know. I've heard that, you know, the only way to move on from a situation or a person that's wronged you is to forgive that person. And that to forgive is to forget.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest. Both of those things, to me, are a little more complicated than that.
I agree.
You know, I think sometimes I've found myself trying really hard to reach a place of forgiveness. So much so that I'm like neglecting some feelings of mine or trying to downplay them or just kind of not really think about them or feel them too much because I'm working so hard to forgive a person, thinking that this is the way to move on. And I think I neglected my feelings and myself, and then also kind of took that and kind of ran with it the wrong way, where I'm like, I'm just continuing to put myself in positions with people that the same thing keeps happening.
Yes.
And it's like, well, I just have to forgive you. I just have to forget. I just have to forgive you and forget about it and move forward. And it's like, sometimes that don't work.
Yeah.
That's harmful.
Like, do I have to? Like, what's the thing? I feel like so much of when I'm in that same position, when I'm like, how do I feel? Or when I'm like, do I want to forgive you or do I need to? I always have to come back to me.
Yes.
Like, okay, how am I feeling? I feel like what's been helping me, especially as an adult, is getting clear on trying to identify the feeling.
Yeah.
You know, am I angry? Am I hurt? Do I feel like betrayed? Do I feel just like sad and disappointed? Like, what is it? Because I feel like once I know what it is I'm feeling, I can better like calm myself down. Yeah. And let all that other stuff that's kind of like maybe potentially clouding my judgment or clouding what I want to do clear up, that fog clear up, and then decide, okay, cool. That'll put me in better position to feel like, okay, is forgiveness a path? Is it a path? Because right now, I might not feel like there's a path.
And if it is, what does that require?
Right.
You need to really genuinely forgive that person. You're right, because you do have to think about, okay, once you can kind of, I don't know, assess the damage, like you said,
exactly.
Feel those feelings, and like, okay, yeah, why was I feeling like that? Was it because of really, truly this thing that they did and them? Or did that trigger something else? And maybe there's some feelings about this thing that was kind of this button that was pushed, that this kind of thing just brought back up, and then maybe I can address that feeling and then kind of, like you said, see what is the path forward.
Exactly. Because if it's some betrayal, if I feel betrayed by you, that's going to be a lot different of a path to come forward, if a path at all, than if I just kind of feel disappointed in you or disappointed in the actions or whatever. Triggered
and, you know, whatever. Okay, we can talk about this. But then even sometimes it's like, it's not so much that this triggered something else. This triggered some shit that you always do. Right. Like this is more of like, when I look at this, why did this, you know, you not coming to this one event upset me so much? Oh, maybe it's because you never come to anything. Right. So then it's like, okay, well, yeah, now what is the path forward? Because do I need to just lower my expectations and stop inviting you to things? And maybe that's it. And some people would say, oh, that's, you know, outside looking in might say, oh, that's really petty. Or is that really forgiveness? You got to forget about it. And it's like, no, I think I need to just adjust my expectations. I keep putting, like I said, putting yourself in that position inviting this person to, you know, holidays and birthdays, and hey, we're gonna watch the fight, we're barbecuing, and you keep inviting this person and they keep not showing up and it's hurting your feelings.
Yes.
Maybe stop inviting them.
Boom. Maybe they don't need maybe it's not a full forgiveness kind of thing. Maybe it's just I need to, like I said, adjust my acceptance and adjusting my expectations.
Yeah, this is just, they don't want to come. So just know that.
Girl.
And adjust and move forward. And some people say that's not forgiveness because you're moving differently. And at least for me, in my experience growing up, I've heard that. Like if you're moving differently, that's not forgetting. That's not for true forgiveness because you're just, and I feel like there is, that's the whole point, right? Is like you can absolutely forgive somebody for something.
Sure.
And then still adjust your behavior to be like, yeah, but I'm still never going to trust you like this.
Sure.
Like, I'm never going to be in this situation again. Forgive you. But I also remember that this happened.
Thank you.
I think forgive and forget is a little bit, I don't know, it's wild to me. I feel like it's very, this is inhumane. Like, if you expecting me to do this, I can't do this. I'm a human being. Of course I remember that shit. That was messed up.
I feel like that also goes hand in hand with the whole fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. You know, like...
It's like, I can forgive you, meaning that I'm not like wishing ill on you or needing to fight with you every time I see you. I'm not going to bring it up every time. I'm not trying to retaliate. I forgive, but I'm not going to forget that.
I'm not going to forget.
I can't. I got to take care of myself.
And if it's something that you do on a consistent basis, I'm just opening up myself to more of that pain or feelings of betrayal or feelings of whatever, anger or whatever. If it's a one-time thing, and I think that going back to like, what does forgiveness look like, you know? If it's a one-time thing, maybe you never do these kinds of things, or maybe I never do these kinds of things, and oh my gosh, I hurt your feelings, or oh my gosh, you hurt my feelings off of some random misunderstanding. Yeah. Okay, much more likely to easily be like, this can be forgiven without a whole deal. But if it's a consistent, that's when we start getting into murky waters. Where
it starts
like,
to get like, maybe this is just who you are and how you are, and this isn't so much about you as it is about me being like, you know, I ain't mad at you for being like this, but also I don't mess with you like that. And that just, hey. I don't know. So all of that to say, I don't think forgiving and forgetting is one and the same.
Definitely not.
You know, I think, like we said, especially when someone has broken your trust or like left you hanging, or, you know, continuing to put yourself in that position.
Yeah.
But so I have a question for you.
Okay.
So do you think that, say something happens and somebody, and maybe it is a situation where you realize, okay, this person is just like this.
Okay.
And you distance yourself. Do you think that doesn't mean you've forgiven them? Do you feel like that's holding a grudge?
No. I think that for me personally, I almost always need a little distance to process before I can forgive. You know what I mean? Like before I can say I forgive you. You know what I mean? And truly mean that in my heart, you know? Like, you know, like I think it's one thing to say, it's another thing to mean it. And I feel like I almost always need a little space. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean that I'm never going to let it go. I just need to, like we were talking about, I need to work through it.
Yeah,
you know, I can't
process,
because I want to keep true to myself. I want to be able to say I forgive you and mean it. I want to be able to, if I know that this is how you are, and I'm choosing to continue a relationship with you in whatever capacity, I want to be able to make sure that I can do so in a authentic way for me. Yeah. You know, and so I need a little space just for a second.
But what do you think about like, okay, I took my space and I realized I'm staying over here.
Oh, and I'm just
never.
Like
that means you haven't forgiven the person? If you're like, I like the distance and I'm actually going to keep this up. And when we see each other, whatever. Do you feel like that's a grudge, or do you feel like that's just, I don't know.
Okay. So first I have to say what I think a grudge is, because I feel like...
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Let's get into what a grudge is. Because I feel like, to me, a grudge means that, like, you're taking up space in my mind. Like, every time your name is brought up, I'm like, I have a nasty taste in my mouth. Maybe I get a little hot chested because I'm like, ooh, like,
yeah, or
you
like
know,
have to
yes,
audibly. Oh my God, her. Yeah.
and like it kind of to me also means that like my thought on you is never going to change. You cannot grow. You know what I mean? Like,
like you're in this box.
Yes.
In this box forever.
You're in this box forever. I don't care if what you did was what you did at 21 and now we're 41. Like, I'm keeping that version of you in my mind forever. You're never going to grow in my mind. That's you.
Stamped.
Yeah. To me, I feel like that's taking up too much space. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Some people deserve to have grudges held against them. Yeah. But to me, even then, that just takes up a little bit too much space.
True.
In my mind. I think if you have distance from somebody, that doesn't mean you hold a grudge to me. I think that means that you're standing firm in your standards and protecting your peace.
True.
I'm protecting my peace. I'm fine with how you're moving, how you move. Great. I wish no ill will against you. If I see you in public, hey, what's up? You know, we could even have a little conversation. We could kiki. But I'm not going to choose to put myself around you. I'm not going to, you know, continue to pour into a relationship here. I'm not watering this grass anymore.
True.
You know what I mean? And that's okay. You know, sometimes I feel like that's one of those ones where we've grown apart. You no longer fit the standards of the people I keep in my life.
True. And
that's fine. But, you know, I want you to live a life, but I'm not holding nothing against you.
Yeah.
We don't fit anymore.
Just live your best life, just not over here.
Yeah, just not over here. You've crossed the line too many times, and I'm not close with habitual line steppers. So
yeah. Or just people that I don't like. Because for me, it's like, I don't like. I think maybe that's what it is, to where, like, even me confusing the grudge with, like, okay, maybe you did something, or maybe I realized you are a way that you are, and now I just really don't like you. And I remember being in therapy, and my therapist being like, you know, if you don't like a person, why
force yourself?
Why try to tell yourself you do? Why try to make it something that it isn't? Why try to feel like that's wrong to not like somebody? And I feel like I felt like that for a long time, where it's just like, oh, if I don't like someone, like maybe from middle school, remember that thing where it's like, oh, so-and-so says she don't like you, and somehow that's like something I should be upset about. And was upset about.
Yes.
And I feel like now undoing some of that, of just like, no, everyone does not have to like everybody. It's okay. There are going to be people that don't like you. It's fine. Mm-hmm. There are going to be people you just don't like, and it's fine. That doesn't mean, like you said, that you wish ill upon them, or you have a bone to pick and you're going to say something every time they're brought up, or feel away every time someone says their name. No, I feel like it's just a thing to where it's just like, yeah, me and you don't really jive. Yeah. And that's it. That's all it really is. It doesn't have to be anything like that. Mm-mm. Some people are your people and some people are not.
Exactly. And that's okay. I feel like, I don't know, sometimes you need that 6 feet distance between you, you know, to just, we just don't mesh anymore. Yeah. We just don't mesh anymore. I don't know.
So I wanted to ask you this one. Do you feel like there are levels to forgiveness?
Ooh, I do. I have some notes on that, actually. I do. I feel like, one, kind of how I was sharing about, like, I said it, but I didn't mean it. You know? I think that's the first level, or one level, surface level.
It's like, it feels like, remember when your parents would make you say sorry?
Yes.
Like, go say sorry right now. And you're like, sorry. I forgive you. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like, when really it's not. And that's where it all fucking starts, bro.
Somebody's forced. You hear his mom, go tell her sorry right now. And then, sorry. It's okay. And you know,
it's not okay.
That person is not sorry. And it is, like you said, it is not okay.
No. It's like forced forgiveness. I don't have to, like,
forced sorry, forced forgiveness, and now we gotta go play.
Exactly. I hate that. Next, I think that there's that part where you're just like the forgiveness level where you're like, I have that, or maybe you've released a lot of the anger, but you still feel cautious. You're not really fully healed on the forgiveness yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Still tender.
Where it's like, I do forgive you and I want to forgive you, but also this is still very painful.
Yes, it's still very painful. I don't know if I can.
I'm still inflamed.
Yes, yes. There's inflammation here. I think there's conditional forgiveness where you're like, I only forgive you if ...
This never happens again.
This never happens again. Exactly. And I think that, I don't know, sometimes I'm like, is conditional forgiveness like holding somebody to a standard?
Ooh. I think like setting expectations.
Yeah.
Or a boundary.
Setting a boundary.
I feel like, yeah, because I feel like you're right. It can get dangerously in there. Even boundaries can turn into like expectations and standards as well, which I feel like there's nothing wrong with standards and there's nothing wrong with expectations, but boundaries is more so about us and what we're going to do, to where it's like, hey, I forgive this person for this, but if they do this again, that's it.
Yeah.
That's strike 3 and I'm out. Or there could be like, I forgive you under the condition that you do X, Y, and Z. And if you don't do that, not only is it fuck you, I don't forgive you for this thing as well. Like the forgiveness is going to be revoked. It's a card that I can take back.
Yes, exactly. Let me snatch that on back. And of course, I think there's like, okay, full, well-rounded forgiveness, I guess, where you're just like, oh yeah.
Comprehensive, just all-encompassing.
Yeah.
You're forgiven.
Yeah, you're forgiven. And then I think this is the one that I tend to lean into. Silent forgiveness, where it's like, I've forgiven you in my heart. I am moving on. It's totally good. But like we were saying, we may not, like, the conversation may have never happened. Maybe you never gave me an apology, and maybe we've never talked about it. Maybe it's a whole thing where it's like, and I think that this happens a lot, especially like in families and stuff that, where you're never going to hear an apology from somebody. But in your heart of hearts, you're like, I for myself, I need to forgive this person for this. Just if you feel it, if you feel called to do so, and you forgive them in your heart, and you're like, okay, you never asked for it, but I'm going to give it anyway. Yeah.
And honestly, in that way, it's like, it's not even for you. I think that's what the silent part is, where this isn't like, I need to go up to you and be like, I forgive you. That also feels super passive aggressive. And
like I didn't say sorry.
Something like that. Okay. Oh, right.
I didn't even ask.
You know, relax.
Yeah. Whoa.
It's giving excuse you.
Yeah, exactly.
But
what other, do you feel like any other levels?
I definitely agree with the ones that you've brought up. I feel like silent forgiveness is exactly one of the levels that I wanted to talk about, because I do understand, like, I feel like there's forgiveness for you and then there's forgiveness for someone else. Like, I know that you've been here where sometimes somebody feels really bad about something that you don't really remember.
Oh, yeah.
And so,
absolutely
or like maybe it wasn't that big of a deal or whatever the case. You know what I mean? They're saying, they're like really apologetic and they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, it's been on my heart. You're like, dang, not only do I barely remember you, I definitely don't remember that happening.
I don't remember that happening at all.
But you could use my forgiveness. So yeah, I forgive you. And it's like, yeah, please feel better.
Release that.
Please let that go.
Yeah.
It's fine. So I feel like there's that type of forgiveness as well, to where it's like, this isn't really even a thing. I didn't have this whole long process. I don't feel anything about this forgiveness. It's not. So it's like, maybe it's not genuine, but it really is just like, I feel like this was something I needed to just give you.
Yes.
This is more so for you than it is for me.
Yeah.
And then there is like what you hit the nail on the head with, the like, this person has done something to you or treated you away, or whatever the case may be, and they're never going to apologize to you. And you have to get to forgiveness without even hearing the apology, because it's really easy if somebody, you have this issue with the person and they're like, hey, oh my God, like, I really want to apologize. I've been feeling bad about that. So I'm really sorry, girl. I hope you can forgive me. That's a different place, because then you're not getting to that place all by yourself.
Right.
You're meeting someone there. It's like a bridge you guys are meeting on, versus if they never apologize.
Ooh.
And it's not even a maybe after some weeks, a month, this person will not.
They will take that to the grave.
They'll never do it. They don't want to do it. I feel like that is, again, that's a different process.
I think that's where a lot of grudges are built from.
Yeah.
So
I feel like those are the two kind of routes that you have.
Yeah.
Either or you go forget. You go forget amnesia. They say that person's name, you're like, oh, dang. I don't know her.
Never heard of
I
that.
don't know. Hope she's okay.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? You go either you scorched earth that mess, or it's bad every time you hear that name.
Has anybody ever approached you with like some shit that you did way back when and you don't remember? Like they damn near want you to apologize for something that you did to them, but you're like, I don't remember that. You know what I mean?
Or you do remember it, and that is not
how you remember it.
Yeah, it's just like that is not how I remember that happening. I don't remember any of this that you just said. But then you get to the point where you're like, well, why would you just make this up? You know, this was 5, 6, 7 years ago. Maybe you're right and I'm wrong, because I feel like I said bye, and you are telling me I said fuck you, bitch, and skirted off. I don't remember being that angry. I don't remember why I would even do that.
Why would I do that?
But I guess I should apologize, because I just remember being like, bye.
And leaving.
And so I feel like in those situations, again, that can go 2 ways. If I feel like I know I didn't do that.
Yeah. You gonna stand on it?
I think I'm gonna say like, well, I'm sorry if it came off that way, but
you gonna hit him with I'm sorry?
It's gonna be a I'm sorry if you felt like that happened, but it didn't. No.
She gonna hit him with
I'm sorry if it came across like that. But really what I remember saying and what I wanted to say was just bye. You know, maybe I was upset about something else and that was misdirected. So I'm sorry, but honestly, I really don't. I do need to inform you that I do not remember saying all of that.
Yes.
Like I said bye and left.
Yeah.
Hold up. But at the same time, like I was saying, if somebody is coming to me and they're, you know, sometimes somebody comes to you and they're so just
impassioned,
adamant, and like this happened and that you're like, you know, hey, you know, I don't want to think that you would just put it on like this for nothing,
for no reason.
So
to me,
sorry?
that has happened to me, but the times that they are referring to are years in the past.
And so you're like, I don't remember.
I'm like, 1, I don't remember that. No. 2, why did it take you so long to bring this up to me? Because now I can't even I was gonna say I can't even defend myself, but like I guess you know I don't want to.
Man, you hold that grudge. And that's the thing.
Why didn't you tell me
what you said about holding a grudge? To where if you're holding on to stuff, some people do that. Some people will like okay, you step on their toe one time. Okay, they're not gonna say anything, but they're remembering that. Then you know, don't hold the door for them, and they're walking in the door behind you, and you kind of let it, and it hits them, and they're like, okay, that's 2. And then all these times,
and then
when they finally say something that's been 5 years worth of little slights like that, and they're like, you let the door fall on me over here. You slammed the door when you got out my car over here. You did that, and you're like, dang, I don't remember these things, but you got a check.
Right, you're making me sound like a monster. I'm like, holy shit. I was like, I wish you would tell me in the moment so that we could just hit it on the head right now. Because then it could be like, hey, I'm sorry. Give it to me right then. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Or, you know what? I did mean that. Let's talk about it.
Let me tell you why I slammed the door. Because you just said my shoes was crusty.
Right. I let you off is what really happened. I let you off easy is what really happened.
I slammed the door to hit you with that. I wanted you to feel that. I didn't want to make a big fuss.
Yo.
But I wanted you to feel that frustration.
Yo, that usually is pretty difficult, being on the other side of that. But I have a question for you. How do you know if you've truly forgiven someone?
I think something you brought up earlier, where you were like, this person's name is brought up and I get that heat in my chest. When I don't feel that anymore, or the like little stomach tighten.
Yes.
You know how sometimes you get the little feeling of just like someone's name is said and your stomach just tightens a little bit. Like,
not the good butterflies.
Like that name.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that person. Oh, God. I think when I stop having those types of feelings to the person, or even like, you know, especially when it comes to like family, when it's like, oh, so-and-so's going to be there. And I know,
you're like,
you know, when you got to do that whole like psych up on the way there, like it's going to be great. It's going to be totally fine. Like I'm just going to say, hey.
You almost canceled like 5 times.
You talk myself into going at 3 different points.
You have like the drafted text message of why you can't make it.
You've talked to someone. Should I? What do you think? You hit your cousin. Are you gonna be there?
Right.
You're not going to be there, then it's a no.
I need my support cousin.
I need one person that I can sit by.
Literally. I can't just, Yeah, that's real. That's real.
You know, so I feel like once that feeling and it's like the whole of it all is whatever. But even then, because I feel like even before getting there, the feeling of forgiveness is like you feel that want to like
get over it.
Or just like the want to know how that person's doing, or you know, almost like I miss that person, but like the fondness starts to come back for the person. And
that's a good
be
one.
like, you know what I mean, like, oh, I hope they're doing good. I wonder if they're still doing, you know, their degree. I wonder if they got it. Yeah, it would have been, they would have, hope they got it. You know, you start having those type of feelings, you know, their birthday or whatever rolls around. You're like, oh, I hope they're having a good time.
Yeah.
You know, those feelings start to come around. Then that's how I know. I'm like, okay, I'm kind of like, I've processed. And I'm moving past it. And like you said, it doesn't always have to be a spoken thing. You don't have to text the person and be like, hey, I'm wondering how you're doing. How are you?
True.
But you can just be like, yeah, I wonder how they're doing. I hope they're doing okay. So those thoughts and feelings start to come, and it's like, okay, I think I've forgiven.
Yes, I'm sending the good energy from here.
Yeah.
You know,
good
like
thoughts,
good
and not
thoughts.
just, oh, I can't believe them.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, this is so dumb. Things could be so much different if they would just X, Y, or Z and just stop. Like when that starts to kind of
subside.
you're just like, you know what I mean? It's like, okay,
that is
I'm forgiving you.
So good. That's such a good one.
I have a question for you though.
Yeah.
Do you feel like forgiveness is more for us or for the person we're forgiving?
I think, I don't know, man, because I feel like it's kind of layered, right? Like, I feel like you made a good point earlier about, like, when somebody, you can clearly see they need that forgiveness.
Right.
That's a good example of that, like, really being for them. Or, like, how I was just mentioning, somebody coming to you being like, you did all these things years and years ago, but I'm telling you to get that apology from you. You know what I mean? That's another example.
I'm coming at you like this.
Yeah.
Put it in my hand.
Give me all your lunch money. Like,
I need all the sorries you got right now.
Yup. Thank you. And I don't need to hear a peep from you. Don't talk back at all.
You better mention nothing I did or said.
Yeah. No, or else I'm leaving. It's over. No path forward. So I think like that's a good example of when the apology is for them. I think, man, the apology can totally be for you. I think probably most of the time, the forgiveness. I think most of the time forgiving is more so for you. But I think too, I don't know, maybe I'm getting into semantics, but I think like sometimes moving past it, letting it go, like just, is that the same as forgiveness, is letting it go?
And that is exactly what
like just shaking it off.
I wanted to talk about as well, because for me, I think forgiveness is more of like I don't even know. For me, I get the feeling of like an embrace when I think of forgiveness. Forgiveness is like, oh, I forgive you. It's okay. Like I said, the fondness, like I think I more so associated with that, like a fond feeling. If I forgive you, then I'm feeling fondness for you. And you know, those that the feelings of the warmer feelings start to return for you. And then I know I've forgiven you. But what if that never comes? So does that mean I'm not really forgiving you? Does it mean, you know, whatever? Does that mean I haven't moved on? And
Right.
That's another thing, to where it's like, do I need to forgive this person in order to move on? And sometimes no. Sometimes I can just be like, damn, this is a fucked up person. Anyway, we on to the next.
Yeah.
And I won't even think about you until I see you. And then it's just kind of like, oh, yeah, I forgot I don't like you. Anyway,
Yeah.
let me move around. I don't need to say hi to this guy. I don't want to talk to you. I want to go this way.
That is a great point. I think you're right. I don't think you have to forgive every single fucking body. And I do think forgiveness does, to me, especially from what you're describing, to me, I agree. I think, and I'm in alignment with that. Forgiveness is more so like for somebody maybe who you took up space for at one point in time,
like
or another.
Like a family member. It's like you're going to forgive this family member because they're your, you know, family member, whatever. Insert family member. And maybe those feelings of fondness are going to come back and you don't want them to not be there. I know for me personally, I am a family person, so I don't want to have these negative feelings towards a family member, especially because it's very likely that I'm going to see you at family functions, and I don't want to have that. You know, I want to be able to at least be like, hey, how you doing? Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. You know, and then that's it. Like, we could be cool.
Yep.
We all want that, right? Baseline. So I feel like with family, it's more likely that I'll allow feelings of fondness to come back and just be like, yeah, I do love my, cousin or whatever. I do love them. And when it's not family, for me, I feel like that maybe turns into something else to where it's like, maybe is it forgiveness per se? I'm not thinking about it anymore. You know what I mean? I don't really care about it. But also, if I never saw you again, I would be glad.
I would be fine. Yeah.
I actually want it to be like that. I don't want to see you. And if I do see you, I'm going to unsee you. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, I feel like that is... that's good. Because I think, forgiveness may be a term and an emotion and a process that's reserved for people who you are close with or were once close with.
Yeah.
Whereas I think, like, just moving on, you can move on from fucking whatever. Yeah. Like, I don't have to do the whole process of forgiveness in order to move on. I agree. You don't have to do the whole forgiveness process and all that to move on. I think if you get right with you and your feelings about where you're getting clear on, like, okay, this is how I feel, and I'm cool with where I'm at.
I'm cool with where I'm at. And that was like my next question was, do you feel like you have to forgive to move on? And I think we just talked about how there's a difference from moving on. For me, I don't like saying get over it. For me, that's like a triggering thing, just because when, I feel like I grew up hearing, you need to get over that. You gotta let that go. You need to get over it. And feeling that, you're like, oh my God. To me, that just feels very much like, I need to get over it. Again, it's bypassing feelings, ignore what happened. Let's just say, forget about it. Let's just get over it and move on. Mm-hmm. And there's no process there. There's no moving forward. There's no, like, what did you say earlier? You said there's like a path. Mm-hmm. That's not a path. That's literally just jump over this and keep on the same path.
Mm-hmm. And it's almost kind of disrespectful.
It is. It's extremely disrespectful. And like, it's like, usually the person that we're saying get over it to is the person that is maybe wronged.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Of course, you slap somebody, you can get over that quick. But if you're slapped,
you're like, oh.
You're not going to let that go.
You're not about to let that go.
You're just about to let it go. So, for me, having to stop myself.
Slap E.
Okay, being the slap E. You just need to let it go. Nah. No. It's on site. Where's that person at? I need my slap right back.
Same with Cardi B and Nicki Minaj.
My God.
You don't let that go.
There's no letting it go in that situation. Honestly, Nicki, girl.
Once you bring kids into it, once you talk about my kid, man. I don't think I'll ever let that go.
And now Cardi's talking about her kid, and it's like, guys, no, you both have kids. What is this?
Yeah.
They're gonna grow up and see this. And these kids ain't did nothing to you.
Nothing.
Or anybody. They're just kids.
They're just kids. I don't like that. When you said guys, it made me think of it so unrelated. But have you seen that or heard that sound where it's like, ladies? And she's like, shake your dreads. And he's like, oh, come on. Anyways, but yeah. Come on, ladies, get it together.
Please. And then, letting it go. I prefer moving on.
Yes.
Because I used to use that let it go to push my emotions down. Just be like, I just got to let it go.
Exactly.
Let's just let it go. But you're not really letting it go.
You're not processing it.
You're just turning this way and turning this way, and then you turn around and it's still there.
You're like, ooh, shit, jump scare.
Yikes, all the stuff is still right here.
You're just stuffing it down. You're not moving through it. You're suppressing it.
Yeah, you're not processing any of this. So I feel like that is the thing. Now it's like, let's just move on.
Yeah.
Let's find a way to move on. And like you said, sometimes that's distance. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's a conversation. And sometimes, there's not really a path moving on with this person. Sometimes it's we move in this way and that person's moving that way. It's okay.
And that's okay.
Maybe all of that can be forgiveness. Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Yeah.
Depending on your definition, right? Everybody has their own definition. For me, I think I would agree with you, Tay. There's moving on and there's forgiveness.
Yep. I don't think they're not synonymous, but you can choose which one feels right for you.
They're they're like sisters.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Not twins, sisters, or maybe even cousins.
Right, they're related.
They're related though, in the same family.
Auntie niece.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. That feels right.
Gosh. But yeah, that'll transition us to our third segment. We're doing something a little different. Not too different, but we normally do I don't like that. And now we're doing I do like that. And we're just going to talk about things we love, whether it's things in our personal lives, things that are going on, you know, same as I don't like that, but stuff we do like.
A little more positive side.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Keep it light. What's your first one, girl?
So my first one is that Reading Rainbow is returning to TV with a new host, Michael Threets, who is a Bay Area librarian.
Yes.
And I felt like that was
Like
just
a famous
so dope.
librarian.
Yes.
Viral.
Period. And he's so sweet.
Yes.
And every time I see his videos, I just want to like give him a hug or a high five or something like that. Like,
he's one of those people that you're like, oh, you're too pure for this world.
yeah, literally.
He's
and
sweet.
I don't know, is he from the Bay Area?
I think so. Maybe.
I think that's even like, because even if he's not, even the fact that he's doing his thing in the Bay is dope, because LeVar Burton was raised in Sac.
That's right. He has a star. In Sacramento, we have our own little Walk of Fame, if you will, and he has one.
Yep. So it's just like, yes, California leading the charge.
You know, we're trying.
Reading Rainbow.
We do what we could do.
Yes. So I do like that. What about you?
You kind of just had a slice of mine. Baking. I really enjoy baking.
Oh.
I really do. I just recently, on Friday, made a strawberry cake from scratch. I made the cake mix batter or whatever from scratch. Made some strawberry buttercream. A little bit heavy, but still very good.
So good.
And yeah, I had so much fun making that cake. And then it was
fire.
really good. And there was no occasion to do it. I almost didn't do it. But I was like, I really want to make this cake, but there's like no
like occasion.
And there's no occasion. There's no people. Is it just big of me to just make a cake because I want some cake? Like, that's a lot. And Dad was like, just do it.
Yeah, why not?
You don't have to eat all of it. Just make the cake. Eat as much as we can. Maybe people will come over. I offer them a slice, and then whatever we don't eat, we don't
Like
eat. But you like making cake, so just do it. And I'm glad I did, because I really had fun. I really did. That's how I spent my Friday night. Making cake, making buttercream.
Hey, and you can tell some passion into that thing, because it was so good. It tasted like true strawberry. And I don't know, I feel like the boxed strawberry cake, to me, does not taste like strawberry for real.
They use artificial strawberry, because there's ways to do it. And even when looking at recipes, you could like use, you know how they have like vanilla extract and all different almond extract. They have strawberry, like essence of strawberry and stuff like that. And so a lot of the times they'll use that when they make cakes. But I used freeze-dried strawberries and fresh strawberries.
See?
So,
nature's strawberries.
Yeah, and the freeze-dried strawberries, I'm not gonna lie, I got it from Trader Joe's, and I was eating them just to taste them. You know, like, oh, what are they? They taste like, I mean, it's not shocking, it's strawberry, but I was like, they are strawberry. Like, they taste, the flavor is there, even though the moisture is gone. And I was like, ooh, this is cool. So I just kind of like used my mortar and pestle, ground it into a powder, just to like sprinkle it in the cake batter and into the frosting as well, to have the color but also the flavor.
Yes. So. See, my auntie, she used to eat was it like Circle K cereal or whatever the fuck?
Oh, Special K.
Special K. And they had one with like the freeze-dried strawberries.
Yes. Very good.
That shit used to always hit. I would be like, why are you eating this brand ass cereal? And then as soon as she got the kind with the strawberry, I'm like, no, let me get me a bowl.
Is actually pretty good. But yeah, get some freeze-dried strawberry. You can do it yourself.
I
just
might have
add
to go.
some, because I feel like having like a bowl with like, I don't really care for like cereal so much. Like randomly I'll get the hankering. But what is really good is if you take some granola and get like a really good granola. I have one that's like maple pecan. It has pecans in it.
Ooh, that sounds fire.
I feel like throwing some banana and that with some milk is really good, like breakfast. Like, ooh, this is it's cereal, but it's also like not cereal. You know?
A little grab and go.
So I feel like you could do like a granola and then put the freeze-dried strawberries in that. Oh, that would be
you done unlock something.
I'm just saying.
And then you're going to have real strawberry milk at the end.
So good.
Okay.
And then, the cake called for milk, but you know, I don't really like dairy and stuff like that. So instead of milk, I pureed fresh strawberries and use that as my liquid element to like moisten up the cake. Girl.
And that cake is moist, y'all.
It's very moist. It's a very moist cake.
She did her thing on this cake.
I was really like, my husband was like, yeah, if this was, you know, on a cooking thing, like the cake is good.
No, Great British Bake Off. Like, okay. The baking show.
I'm just saying, I think, and I was proud. That was my first time ever making a cake from scratch. Like, without the box.
Shut up.
Actually, no, I made your cake.
Yeah, I was like, you made my cake.
So second time.
There we go.
A cake from scratch.
No, and that was, yeah. Tasha's talented. It's get you a friend that can bake.
I feel like I'm in my cake era. I made brownies from scratch too. Harder than it looks, honestly. But
I feel like baking is so much harder than it looks.
it's science.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's really fun. But yeah, what's your next one?
Okay, the show The Pit on HBO.
Oh yeah, talk about it.
So-
I'm behind. I need to get on there.
Have you seen an episode?
I've seen a good amount of it. I think
Okay.
I've seen like 5 or 6 episodes.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think we're at probably the same spot because
Okay.
I like started before. So like when it first came out, I watched like one episode,
Okay.
and I was like, okay, I could see this is. I thought the acting was good. I thought like the setup was really crisp, and it was cool how they were going by the hours.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, that's different. Like this is all one day,
Right,
you know?
the whole season is gonna just be one day, I guess.
Yes, and I'm like, damn, yeah, y'all are going through a lot every day. Like, what the fuck? So, but at first, after I watched, I was like, I don't know if I want to get into a hospital show, and it's a lot.
I think that's why it's like when I'm
It's
in the
heavy.
mood, I'll watch an episode. Mm-hmm. Dale's like, damn, that episode is dramatic. I'm like, yeah, it is. It is the emergency room though, so of course it's dramatic. Like what?
That's why they keep making hospital shows, because it's like it's always gonna be some drama. But I fell off because of that. Then I had to watch the Emmys for work, and I saw that The Pit kept winning shit.
Oh.
Kept winning. Yes, like winning. And I was like, damn, that shit must be hella good. So after I got done with that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give The Pit a try.
Yeah.
Another try. Picked it back up and was like, oh yeah, I like this.
Yeah, I like it.
this.
I like it, but I do think it is just like a little bit, woo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Heavy as fuck.
And life is a lot these days, so you're kind of just like, yikes, maybe I want to watch something a little more.
Hi.
It's a little more
Lighter in
yes,
energy.
very much lighter. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I do like it. I think the last episode I seen there was like a mass shooting.
Oh shit. I don't think I got there
Oh
yet.
shit! Spoiler. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I mean honestly,
But yeah, I think
so much
that I
happened.
turned it off because I was like, oof, too real.
Yeah,
I
especially
mean,
now. Oh my gosh.
Not to downplay it at all. It's man.
Sometimes you want to watch something for a little escapism. Let me just get out of this.
Sometimes it's too much, like what you're, like you said, trying to, I don't know, pray your way. Just like, oh man, oh.
I don't.
What can I do?
Right, I don't need to double stack it on myself right now.
I don't
Like,
think I need to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think the art needs to imitate this part of life right now.
exactly. What's your next one?
My next one is they asked Mariah Carey what she thought about Charlie Kirk, and she said she doesn't know him. And then when
I don't know him.
the people who asked her obviously got offended, and they were like, you know, whatever. And she just kind of said, yeah, I don't pay attention to mediocrity like that. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I like her.
Okay. I feel like, first of all, why are you asking Mariah Carey this?
Right. Out of all the people to ask,
Of all the people to ask,
you're asking Mariah Carey.
you're asking Mariah Carey about this. I feel like, for me, hey, nobody deserves to be shot. And I think the fact that people are getting shot like the way that they are, there's mass shootings. There was like 2 this week alone, maybe even more than that. I think that's an issue.
Yeah.
And it's not cool, and it sucks, and it's scary. You know, I know we all feel that when we're in crowds. You kind of feel like, uh-oh.
Oh,
I feel a
be
little
on high
anxious
alert.
up in here.
Yeah.
I need to see where the exit is. But at the same time, I think the way that they're going about this whole Charlie Kirk, did you hear about the people like going to Starbucks and like telling the baristas that their name is Charlie Kirk?
Oh my God,
and then
no.
getting mad when they're not calling. They're like, if they just say Charlie, then they're getting upset and like throwing their drink on the ground and making scenes. I feel like,
I'll just say the name of the drink.
what the hell are you doing?
Yeah,
Why do you
y'all
even
calm
care? Y'all did not care about him this much when he was alive.
See, and that's why we like
And
when
you're-
people like Mariah Carey be like, I don't know that person.
I don't know who that is.
I'm not even coming into that whole rhetoric right now. I can, because you know damn well Mariah knows who that is. You know that she
knows what's
who,
going on. She's heard
Yeah.
the name, but I think there's a difference between I've heard the name and I've heard some stories and I've heard what other people are saying about this person versus I have made up my own mind about this person and know who they are. I don't know, and I think there's a
don't know.
lot of people echoing things that someone else has said, that someone else is saying, and it's everywhere, so they feel like they need to make an opinion. And I love that it's very possible, because this is how I felt. I don't really know who this person is. Outside of seeing some clips from some Jubilee videos, I don't know who this is.
Yeah.
And my life has not changed. Just like if it were me and y'all asked this person, his life would be unchanged. He would not know who I was. So it's really just like, if you just don't know who this is, you don't know who this is. No need to force yourself to have an opinion on something. Just be like, I don't know. I don't know who this person is. It's sad that people are getting shot. That sucks. But like, I don't.
Do people say no comment anymore?
I mean, smart people, but I feel like they don't. That's not going to be.
Everybody has a comment on some shit now, huh?
And I feel like if you don't, then the media is going to spin it. Even if you say no comment, it's like, ooh, she had no comment about P. Diddy. It's like, okay. Speaking of P. Diddy, ooh, Carisha. Ooh, oh, sorry, this isn't, I don't like that.
Right.
I like that. Go ahead.
Right, I like that. Okay, what else do I like? I like that they added La Roach to Project Runway.
Oh my God, the drama.
Some people, I've seen mixed reviews of some people not really enjoying it. They feel like he does, but I love it. I'm like, yes, let's see the messy side of this industry, because it's mess. If we had Miranda Priestley on the show, she would be just like that.
Oh my God. And I mean, I don't know, because he was like, this is so ugly. Like, I just want to come over there and fight you.
Oh yeah.
So ugly. I'm like, okay, Law.
He did do that.
That was too much.
I feel like that's like the gay boy side
you're
coming out, like,
or you're just right now.
You're doing
and then when people bite back, you're like, oh, I don't like your attitude.
Yeah, you're
coming at me with this
check your
attitude.
behavior. Like, basically saying, like, if you're going to be, honestly, it reminded me of, that's why it was so perfect that Tyra Banks came on, was a guest judge,
and he was like, we were friends. Yeah, and she was like, she did not like it.
She did not.
Girl.
I felt like
she's embarrassed by the new clips.
Yes, she is, and she kind of should be. But also, I love her, and y'all need to calm the fuck down. Get off Tyra's back. She paved the way. Anyway, I feel like he was giving that energy, Tyra energy, and I feel like also in the modeling world at that time, they're like, you have to be able to take bullshit and people being straight up just mean to you.
That's true.
And swallow it if you want to get anywhere. And if you can't take it, get out.
With Law being a celebrity stylist, he probably ate a lot of it.
Oh, you know he did. You know he did.
Can you imagine?
No.
Can you imagine?
No, I can't deal with that type of criticism.
You're cussed out. This is ugly. Why would you ever? Nope. I don't like this at all. Start over. And you made it?
Yeah, exactly.
You spent 2 weeks making it, and she needs something else by tomorrow.
Yep. Like that's what I'm saying. Like all the like fashion shows and movies and like clips and reality TV is all like bitchy behavior. And I'm like, so at the same time, I love it. Like, let's be more real. Like, stop being so fake and boring and bring in the drama.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it's about the clothes, but also it's about the industry. So I like that.
People are crazy.
People are crazy.
My next one is reformer Pilates. I had taken some time off. My garage got a little cluttered, so I wasn't in there. And my husband decluttered the garage. And so the other day, I was like, I want to work out, but I don't really want to go to the gym, and I don't really want to run. It was, a little bit hot. And I was like, okay, remember, I wasn't feeling well either, and I was kind of coming off of it. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll go and, like, get on the reformer. And mine has a jump board that's, like, almost like a, what do you call it, trampoline kind of thing.
Cool.
So it has, like, some little give to it, and it's so fun. So I was, like, jumping and doing the things and doing the, how you, like, kind of run in place on it. Oh, my God, it was so fun. Oh, my God, it was so fun. I ended up on there for, like, over an hour.
Ooh.
Just having a good time in there, doing the things, the feet in straps. Oh, I loved it. So I was like, I miss this.
Yes. Do you do a video, or do you usually just, like, go off of what
Sometimes I'll do a video, but just because it was my first time in a long time, I was like, let me just see what I remember and just do my own thing. And so I was just doing my own thing. And it was fun. It was fun. So when I was doing the little thing, I was... I picked a few songs. One was Level Up by Sierra.
Hey, Level Up.
And so
that's
for
a good workout song.
When it's the chorus, I'm, running in place. Like left, right, really, really fast. And then when it's the chorus and it slows down, I'm just jumping and switching legs. So like jumping off of this leg and then jumping off of that leg. Jumping off of this leg, jumping off of that leg. And then when it gets fast, go do that same thing just really, really, really fast as I can. It was so fun. I was like, this is
sounds
fun.
lovely.
I like this.
I'm gonna come back to this.
I missed it.
That's a good one. Okay, my last one is, I'm trying to think, do I want a newsy one or do I want more personal one? I'll do one more newsy one. Aiden Wilkins is a 9-year-old from Collegeville, Pennsylvania, and he's the youngest university student in Pennsylvania's history.
Wow.
Cute little baby.
How
cute
old
little
is
boy. 9.
Wow.
Yes. So he's taking college courses at Ursinus College. I don't know. And he wants to be a pediatric neurosurgeon.
Jeez. At 9, that baby been here before.
Yeah, and he was there was like a little quote by him, and it was like him saying like, yeah, when I was 4 years old, I was really into anatomy, and he started talking about like the anatomy books that he would be reading and some of his favorite anatomy book authors. And I'm like, at 4? I mean, yeah, you're taking college courses at 9 years old, so
that's insane.
Yeah, so that I really liked. So shout out to Aiden Wilkins. I really like
prodigy for real.
Yes, I like prodigies. No. I just like good news about young people in education. I feel like that's dope.
It is. It really is. That's crazy too.
Yeah.
Now I want to look into him.
Yeah, you should. He's a cutie.
But my last one is the Chicago mayor, Brandon Johnson, continuing to show up for Chicago and speak out. And I specifically want to just highlight him calling out the border czar for taking bribes and then the FBI for covering it up. And he's just not letting it. One of those people, one of those sane voices that we hear being like, no, this is nonsense. We're not doing it. I think the leaders in Portland as well are echoing some of these same sentiments of like, we don't want you in our city. We don't need you here. This is ridiculous.
Yep.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
We don't need you here. There's no war here. Why do you just falsely claim that there's a war in Chicago and there's a war in Portland and there's a war over here when there is no war?
No.
There's no war in LA, dude. Like, we're okay. We do not need you to come here and do anything. And when we do, trust, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
But right now,
stay in your fucking lane.
Stop trying to make war. And I feel like that's what they're trying to do, and that to me is irritating. So shout out to Brandon Johnson for continuing to call these people out and say this is nonsense, this is bullshit, and they need to knock it off.
Dead ass. Yeah. I definitely do like when people in power of states and cities use that power for good. So thank you. And
continue to kind of put you at ease, because I feel like that's what we need when, you know, ICE was coming here and doing, I mean, they're still here doing raids and things like that, to look to who we would look to, which is the governor of California, to be like, hey, what the heck is going on here?
Yep.
You know, it's nice to hear them saying a lot of the same things that you're thinking and feeling, where it's like, this is nonsense, this is completely false, there isn't a war here, we don't want these people in our community, and yeah, continue to protest, and I'm here with you to sue and do what I can do on my level.
Yep.
And luckily people are winning these lawsuits. I feel like that part that's not out there as much as all the nonsense is, but you know, LA and California have won at least 2 different lawsuits against this administration, and people are continuing to do what they're doing. This is unconstitutional. You can't do this. We're passing laws. We're doing what we can do, and it is slow, and everything feels so. But I do like the responses from these leaders.
Me too. Let's keep it up, y'all.
Yeah, for real. Even that Eric Adams dropped out of the mayoral race.
Look, good.
I like it.
Good.
I like that too.
Thanks.
So that's a bonus.
For real.
We don't need you.
Get out of here.
You weren't going to win anyway.
Okay, wait. Let me just text Maddie really quick.
Oh, shit. It's 3:04. Jeez, that was quick.
I know. I'm just going to send her. Hey, Matt. Okay. Hey, Maddie. So sorry. Can I please have like 6 more minutes? I'm just wrapping up something, and then I'll give you a call as soon as I'm done. Thank you. Okay. Cool.
Ooh. Sorry, I'm sending this to myself so I can watch it later. Okay. What's next?
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. And honestly, that's seamless transition to our thank you. Thank you to New Mexico for offering free universal child care for all residents. That is so dope. And Gavin Newsom, California,
hope you're
what's
listening.
Up? Let's do that. Let's get that together. Child care is extremely expensive.
Bro.
For why? I don't know. Like, you want people to work, but who's gonna watch the kids?
Y'all want people to have more kids, but who's gonna watch the kids?
Who's gonna watch the damn kids?
So New Mexico's setting the bar.
They're saying, look, if we want people to have more kids, we're worried about these, falling birth rates. Why don't we do something that's really going to take some pressure off of people and maybe make them like, okay, maybe I can do this.
Exactly.
Maybe I can do it. Maybe if my health care is free,
then maybe.
And my child care is free and the groceries are affordable, maybe
that'll make me feel safe and feel like I'm fertile and feel like horny and want to procreate.
And like my child has a damn chance.
Yeah.
Jeez. I feel like that's the thing where it's like, what chance does the kid have? AI is taking all the jobs. ICE can take you anytime they want.
Bro. Or take your parents.
They're trying to crash the economy. Groceries are $50, $11 a piece. Like, damn.
Surveillance you at every damn stop.
Okay, God dang, give us something. Make it a nice place to be.
They're like, no, we want to take everything and you better like it. You better be thankful for it.
Why aren't you happy? We're doing everything we can to make life hard, but why aren't you happy? And having children. And more children and more children.
Like, bro, no, it's a lockdown over here. Clank, clank on these legs, all right?
I'm stressed. I'm too stressed to do it. Okay?
Yes.
Get somebody else to do it.
Right. So thank you, New Mexico. But that'll take us to our closeout. So this was great. Thank you guys. I hope you learned a little something or picked up a little something about your own levels of forgiveness.
Or at least thinking about forgiveness.
Exactly.
What does it mean for you?
Yeah. And we would love to hear all of your thoughts and feelings by you emailing us at heyhowtobereal@gmail.com. You can also slide in the comment section on any of our posts. We're How to Be Real. How to the letter B real on Instagram and TikTok and Substack.
Yes.
Where you can always find our newsletter, Substack /How to Be Real. And of course, YouTube. So if you're more of a visual girl, you're listening to us right now, you want to watch us, go ahead and over to YouTube. Our personal pages, I'm at justsay_tay.
I'm at the Tasha B.
Yes. So go ahead and click like, subscribe, follow, all the things. And please leave a rating, a review, a little comment on our podcast section. That would be great.
Love.
We appreciate you. And remember, we are not therapists. We just have them.
That part.
So, this week's Random Reel is on Tosh.
Yes, and I have just been really taken with how there are so many sayings that we only say part of, and it really changes the meaning and the way that we use them. So one is blood is thicker than water. You don't know that that's used to say like, oh, family is thicker than friends, and or the bond with the family is better than the bond with friends. But here's the full saying. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Ooh. Now, doesn't that change the meaning?
Ooh, that sure enough does.
Now it's like the bond with the people that you choose to have in your life can be thicker than the bond with the people that are born, that you're born into, these families. Don't it switch it? Now it's the opposite.
Yo, you done killed it on that one. I'm like, ooh.
So
who wrote that? Do we know?
I don't.
Whoever, they ate that.
I'm like, wow, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb.
Yes. Wow. Yeah, next time somebody tries to use that against you, flip it on them. Flip it and reverse it. All right?
You think about the wrong blood, honey.
Right. You think about the wrong blood. Blood of the covenant.
And the wrong water. The water of the womb.
Water of the womb.
Whew. So anyway, think about that the next time somebody tries to use that on you. The full saying. You know what I mean? Dissect.
You know, and with that, stay real.